Cottman, Crawford, and the Jersey Guy Podcast.
Hey everybody, Kenny Cottman.
Lewis Crawford.
And I'm Tom Ramage, the Jersey Guy.
Oh yeah. Hello my brethren.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing today, Papi? Yes, everything good?
Doing good.
Yes.
Doing good, yeah.
Sir Lewis?
Yeah.
Doing good.
Excellent. Good week. Everybody was chilling. Well, it was a shitty week at work. I'm just tired as fuck, man.
I know.
Golly.
4-day work week for me. So.
I know. I think that's why it hurt,
Whatever,
man. It was for me too, but I think that's what.
Oh, yeah, for all of us. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. It was for everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I think that's why I'm hurt. I'm just like,
I hear you.
just feeling tired today.
Right.
It is the weather too. Weather's kind of funky. It's rainy
Finally
and
rained.
everything. Rain. There's only drizzling outside right now.
Well, I was driving home. It was pouring.
Oh, get out!
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I haven't seen any pouring rain yet. Well, I don't know. We've been driving opposite sides, but it's all good. It's all good. So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. So we're chilling.
Of course.
And much love to our listeners and everybody following us. So yes, we're on every single podcast site that you can find us. What, bro? Saying thank you to everybody.
I know. Just saying.
Oh, you look at me like I'm funny. Why you fucking with me, man? Whatever. Fine then.
Yeah.
We'll just jump right in. And,
Yeah.
Today's
So,
topic, somebody suffering from is
yeah.
ego.
Oh, absolutely.
ego.
Yeah, that's Lou. Right now looking at like, his ego's not letting him just
Ego.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you all have an ego.
let go of, don't eat my ego.
Good, bad, or indifferent. But there are some people who have one that is just so ridiculous to the point where it's obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, but I guess until you figure yourself out or whatever's going on, you know what I mean?
So you looked up what ego was?
Yeah.
Okay, what's ego?
The ego,
Ego-y?
hang on a second. The ego we see most commonly goes by a more casual definition, an unhealthy belief in our overimportance, arrogance, self-centered ambition is the putillant child inside every person, the one that chooses getting his or her way, anything or anyone else. Needs to be better than, more than, recognized for the past any reasonable utility. That's ego. It's the sense of superiority and certainly that exceeds the bounds of confidence and talent. So in other words, the way I go, from where I come from, you're a jerk off. Yeah. Is basically what that means. I'm just saying, just one word.
Yeah.
Right. So we're not going to call it ego anymore.
I know.
Yeah, we're not going to call it ego anymore. It's just your
Right.
Yeah,
You're a jerk off.
exactly.
That's fucking funny.
You're
fucking.
I think, we can all think of people who are egotistical,
All right, well now.
I want all charges dropped immediately.
Oh, no, please
Ready, bro, don't do that.
Don't do that.
We're trying to stay away from that.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to drop it after that. I couldn't help it. But, some people
We're
are
allowed to slip.
egotistical.
We're allowed to
Some
slip.
people are egotistical.
But you're right.
I'm just saying that's who I think of as an egotistical
Well,
person.
You're 100%
I'm
on
not
the
talking
mark with
about
that.
politics.
But
I'm just
That
talking
is
about
fucking
people.
Anyway.
with egos.
yeah.
All right, so now.
Listen, we all have one, right? And we've had in our lives where our ego has either, most of the times, we fucked ourselves.
Okay,
Or,
yeah.
whatever. Or,
Well, now, so.
or we just, whatever was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had too much of it or overconfidence, like this was saying and everything, and we already know that. We recognize that. But imagine having all of that.
Yeah.
And knowing somebody who has all that. We know people who have all of that.
Right, so now
Yes.
my question is, though, ready? Okay. Is it ego when you're under 18? Because you're a kid, a little bit confident, a little bit
Yeah, it
calm.
is.
I
But it means that you just got to learn.
I think, though,
You just got to learn. Like we all do.
Younger people are more, are more self-absorbed because the world is small.
They have no experience.
Yeah, exactly. I remember being a kid. I was very
we didn't know that. We were
self-absorbed,
green.
self-centered, but it's because your world is tiny,
Right.
When you're younger, you know what I mean. Even, and I guess maybe that's not the right word. Your world being tiny, but like your life experience,
Right.
all
Right.
that stuff is still like kind of you're still developing
Right.
that.
You really didn't go
Your
any-
mind
I mean-
is still a developing mind, and your mind doesn't stop developing until you're like 25 or something like
Right,
that.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
would it be ego when you're
Or
a
is
kid?
it just
Or
an
is it ego
undeveloped
when you're-
mind?
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So now when you're adult, we know that it's ego because you think your shit
Well,
don't stink. and, you know, you need to
I'm gonna
choked the
get
fuck
even
out.
further here.
Oh, here we go.
So what's if adults that have like this crazy ego just don't have to, their mind's never fully developed.
Ooh.
No, I'm
going
not.
down
I'm
that
not
side.
letting them get off that easy. Jerk off.
True.
That's fucking hell. Okay. So now,
Yeah.
are people who are egotistical, and there's something that we talked about before the show started,
Yes.
are they people that were bullied
Right.
when they were kids? Like now they're just like,
Oh yeah,
you know
because
what
they're
I mean?
compensating. Yeah,
Right,
I think
right.
that's a thing. That's a very big thing when people are very egotistical, very showy. People who, especially at their worst, if they get into a job where they're in charge of people,
Right.
You know,
That's
those
absolute
those are
worst.
the worst kind. And I think that when some of these people, they get in any kind of position of any kind of power, even if it's the tiniest bit,
Right.
they like using it because they were, not, because they were like picked on as a kid, or like they just
Right.
were, maybe felt small their entire life, or they had a parent that like, I don't want to say kick the shit out of them, but maybe
Yeah.
just were like
just a little
helicopter,
bit,
maybe the helicopter
right. Yeah,
parents,
a little
you know
bit
what I'm saying?
stricter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See, so now,
And they
how
never
do we-
got any kind of power in their life. Oh, they get this,
Right,
oh
now
my
they
God,
got it,
oh,
yeah,
I'm
and
the
then they
boss,
just
I'm the
go-
boss.
They go
Yeah.
overboard.
Yeah.
So now, how do we deal with it? Because we know we can't whoop everybody. Well,
Just whoop their ass.
Not
Fuck
literally. Yeah, these guys. You see, well, at least you said it this time.
Yeah.
It wasn't me just fucking somebody up. But so now, how do
I'm
you
kidding.
deal with the ego? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how do you address somebody that has that ego to let them know they're getting carried away with themselves without choking the fuck out of them? See,
Right. So
now you did the research, so you're gonna have to.
You
answer that.
do exactly what we were talking about earlier, where
Talking
you
about-
can't allow it to get to you, whatever it is that irks you, or whatever that's making you crazy about that, whatever that person's doing, or however they act.
Right.
You have to figure out a way to not let them see you upset about it.
Right. Okay. So never
Because
let
if
them
you
see sweat.
you're feeding the ego, if you get upset and everything, and even when you realize it, you can't help it because you're that angry at that point.
Right.
So we've all had that experience with that kind of person in our lives, whether it's family, friends, or whoever, right? You know,
yeah.
we probably, maybe we were that person at one point in our life, but we learned our lesson and said, hey, that's not the right way to
Right,
go.
because we met that one
Yeah,
person that
right. They put us
was
in our
better at
place
it. We
and-
understood. Right, yeah, they put us in our place,
Right.
and yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
What else did you get out of that?
Yeah.
Did you? Well, I know I was wondering, like, what else did you find in your research?
Okay. Ego makes you overestimate your own abilities and worth, and underestimates the effort and skill required to achieve the goals. All this means that you lose touch with reality, and you miss opportunities to improve, to connect with others, and to achieve your goals.
All right, see, so that then if
They're
you're
saying-
so then again, ego, overconfident, right? So then you could end
Right,
up hurting
right.
yourself and others. You know what I mean? So you could really, so anybody listening, man, think about, do a little self-assessment and
Right. You know, it's just, it's really not a lot of research. I mean, we've experienced this in our lives. I mean, but it's
Yeah.
good to have the actual definition or be able to read
Of
something,
course,
you know?
of course.
But we know, we have egos too. I'm sure, it sucks when they get bruised. You know what I mean?
We all have egos. And the thing is, like, I can talk from my experience being in the, I was an organizer for several years with, I still am. I'm not as active as I used to be with animal rights space, but like, being an organizer for an animal rights organization, you have to, any position where you're going to be in charge of people and stuff like that, or organizing events, you have to have your ego set aside.
Absolutely.
You cannot do it, especially a job like that. I don't want to say job, but like where you have a lot of volunteers. Everybody's volunteer. No one's getting paid. To
Right.
Right. You got to be a person. You got to be a
You
human
have
being.
to like check your ego out the door, and you see, this in the past I've seen other people egotistical, and usually they just fizzle out anyway. They don't last long. But the problem is those people it makes you working with people. You have to check it out the door.
right.
You have to say, it's not about me. It's about what we're doing. In this case, about the animals, and that's it. You can't put your, it's not about you. And that's the thing. Like that's the thing you have to tell yourself. It's not about me. And it's the same thing with work. It's not about me. It's about
everybody
being a team. It's about
Exactly.
getting the job done. Whatever your job is, whether it's, you're like, well,
And that's
we do
when you-
like
right.
maintenance, or you're working in an office field and you have a team of people working
landscaping
together.
or whatever
you
it
have
is.
to check your ego, because if you're thinking it's about you, the whole thing's going to fall apart.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no, true enough. So then when is ego, when is it ego and when is it that you know what you're talking about? You know what I mean? So like, I could sit here and be like, oh.
If you have facts, then that's what you're talking about. You know what I mean? If it's more like someone's telling you something different and you get that feeling like, oh, I feel like they're outshowing me and I feel small. Well,
So now you feel
that's ego.
threatened
That's ego.
for some reason?
Yeah, that's
Really?
ego. Yeah,
That sucks.
That's ego. You know what I
you
mean?
know what?
Someone go, oh, they showed me up because people have that idea that people have that superiority complex. So
Right.
like it's like, oh my god, oh he's proving me wrong. I got to show him up. And then now you're the whole thing that you're doing, with the team you're working, it just fizzles out. It doesn't work because now you're not even doing the right thing because it's about ego.
Yeah. So then I'm sorry, go ahead. Bro.
Yeah, like totally forgot about the like jealous people.
Yeah, that's ego.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like getting
think
jealous because someone else is doing better than you, or they
That's
have a
ego.
certain talent or whatever, and
Right.
just so now
Yeah, that makes sense.
instead of, and listen, you go through that as a kid mostly. You
Right.
learn all that shit. You figure it out. Sports, whatever it is you're doing, competitions, whatever your parents put you in at that time when we were growing up.
Right.
Right. I played baseball and I went bowling first, and then I went to my game.
Right. Yeah.
Jealousy is a feeling of inferiority.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's internal.
Right.
If someone's being successful and you go, oh, well, what about me? I'm not doing good with my life, and then you go, fuck him. You know what? Oh, he's up for a promotion. I'm gonna tell someone, like, or something like that.
Right.
I'm gonna fuck him up because
Right.
he's doing better than me. You know what I mean? That's jealousy because they feel inferior.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. I guess I can see that.
I'll give you an example. So in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you caught your wife looking at a sexy, bulky, nice-looking guy, ripped, you know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you get mad or do you go, oh, that guy's pretty damn good looking? Yeah, I don't blame you for looking at him, honey. Like, you could either get jealous or you could. To me, that's what I do because
get
I'm
jealous?
usually the one. I
Oh.
was like, oh, babe, what do you think?
Yeah. Hello.
Like that?
Can we call her over?
No, it'll be a male because I'll say it. I'll go. It's to her. I'm going.
Well, I'm glad I'm on this side of the table. Look, even
No,
even
for my
Tom
wife,
did
I'm
it.
trying
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Listen, my wife and I love each other, so
No, right.
I have to.
No. I think
When I have my relationship with her is just being. I don't need to be threatened by anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love her. She loves me.
Yeah.
I kid around with her. I pull up a nice hunky looking guy for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, "You're a jerk."
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that kind of thing or whatever.
Oh,
And
but
I do the
that's-
lady thing too, of
Right,
course.
but
you
that's
know?
your confidence, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what your relationship
but I'm
is.
saying
it's the
if-
relationship that you guys have that I don't think that would be an ego.
Could have
issue.
ego in
You
relationship.
think so?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
absolutely.
Yes, I am not saying you can't have ego.
Right, 'cause you get
there isn't
jealous
any.
now. You don't. Why
I'm
are you
right.
doing that?
And I'm just saying that I think that it depends on everybody's relationship with their significant other.
Right.
You feel me?
I was using that as an example.
Yeah,
of course.
no, but
I'm
that
not-
makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So I get you. I get it.
You could either go one way or the other, and if you go the other way, it's just going to make it
Right?
worse.
Yeah,
It's
you're
never
gonna
gonna
stay.
work,
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean?
walk with blinders on.
Right,
and shit
especially
like
if you're
that.
the kind of person who has ego and says, "Well, it's okay for me, but not for you,"
Right? Yeah.
because I'm a man and you're a woman. So
Yeah.
here you go. Boom. Now we're in another direction.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it could go into almost every facet of your life,
Yeah.
pretty much, right?
Yeah. And
Think about
literally
it.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Literally everything. Because I mean,
Right,
like I said,
right.
you talk about work, you talk about friends, you talk about socializing, going out to a club or bar or whatever, and anything that you do. Somebody else is gonna look at you like, "Oh, I could do it better than you,"
Right,
or,
or- right.
or something like that, or even just in a guy, somebody's even they're lying on a story just to make it sound like they had more adventures than you did.
Right.
And sometimes I tell stories, man, and I'm laughing because I'm like, fuck, I really went and I did all that stuff, and then somebody else like, well, I had a extra large t-shirt. I'm like, what? The fuck you talking about, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's I think it just depends on, and I think, well, when and where you would call it ego. You know, for me, I'm like I said, listening to what you're saying, and I understand. I'm not taking away anything. I just try. For me, why man? No, I'm saying like for me, it's like ego. I think is when you're just showing off as someone. Like I can do it. All right, so boom, you got athletes. Okay, yes, they can throw that football and everything else. They can do all these things.
They got mad crazy ego.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Should they, I don't know if they should be, they should,
It's up to the individual. If guys are comfortable with that and people let them do it, fine.
I mean, you're good. That's why you're in the NFL, the NBA, or whatever other, MLB, hockey, whatever the case may be.
A lot of those
yeah, but do you need to be,
all got big egos.
Right.
Yeah,
do you need to be, do you need to have that kind of an ego? And
Hey, listen, man, they're super talented, so I can see where they're coming from in their mind. You know what I mean?
On the field or court or whatever, depending on what sport it is, I think it's okay to have a big ego at that point because you're more competitive
on the field.
But it's when you get off and someone's like, "Oh, can you sign my base?" Well, fuck you, kid.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about.
That's where it becomes an issue.
And even when it comes to actors and actresses, like, no, I cannot sign.
Well, I've never ran into anyone that I've never had. I've actually never gotten an autograph from any.
You see, so now dig it. No lie.
Well, I'm sorry, that's a lie. I cut out of school, went to Sam Goody's, I think it was, right across from the
I don't know.
In the city?
In Manhattan.
Right.
It was in the Village, wasn't it? Sam Goody was in the Village?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah, I got some of my friends.
But yeah.
I got autographs from Kiss when they were on American.
Oh, no
cool.
shit.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
You still have those?
It was on $1 bill.
Oh, you still got that $1 bill?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
Eric Carr circled it and put a smiley face
so
on
cool.
it.
Nice. Well, see, so now I went a long, long time ago in a land far, far away. I went to go see a play with Eric Estrada. Okay. Nicest guy you would ever meet.
Radio City Music Hall.
Where? Oh, that's where you went?
That's where I saw Kiss.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah,
Just,
damn, Radio City. Holy shit, man. Jesus
Squirrel.
Christmas. Yeah, just saying.
It was you were trying. It was there.
You had to get it. But so like you meet, and I hear that like Gene Simmons. I hear he's a freaking awesome dude. You know what I mean? I hear he's a great guy, and he's down to earth and all that other good stuff. So it's. There's some people that are just humbled and they enjoy the I guess you say the stardom. They're not rude. They're not nasty. They're not acting like you're beneath them.
Well, a lot of stars now are moving out of California and only going there when they have to work.
Well, I don't think California is the reason why people are assholes. Or, I'm sorry, jerk-offs.
Right. I think it's just the big ego people are there,
Yeah.
Right.
You know what the thing is, too, though?
But the ones that don't have the big ego is what I'm saying. The ones who went through the life and did their thing and paid a penance. And now they're like, listen, I want to live over here in the state. When you're ready, I'll come out.
Right.
I think
to me, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I think there's a mix of it, though, when it comes to, like, celebrities. Some of them have big egos. A lot of them have big egos. But I think some of them just get fed up. But like, they're just.
Oh, you got a lot of assholes out here. I'm sorry,
jerk-offs.
You know what? I think like they're trying to just go about their daily lives and they're getting pummeled with. Eventually, you're just gonna. I think it just wears on you. Eventually, like, could I just eat my dinner?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
right, and definitely.
I think there's just. So I think some of them might. People might be like, I was an asshole. I was trying to get his autograph. He's eating dinner. He can't stop eating his dinner. Get an autograph from me.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, no, you're right.
Spend time with his family.
I wouldn't. First of all, I would never do that. I would never walk up to somebody like that.
Shit all the time. Really rude. Like,
and that's the thing. People don't understand that.
People get like, or if like see someone getting coffee at Starbucks, it's like, do you like. When is it appropriate?
Well, not when you
get selfie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they got to get sick of that shit after a while.
There was a guy who came into I got to remember his name. I'm going to have to look him up.
Actually, I can tell you a story about my friend.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you do that.
You squirrel over there.
Who's the original played Spider-Man? What's his name?
Back in the day?
The one from the 2000s.
Tobey
Maguire. Nice. My friend saw him and, I can't think of his name. He played the Incredible Hulk.
Lou Ferrigno.
No. In the newer movies, he played the Incredible Hulk in one movie.
Oh shit!
I can't think of the actor,
bro. Yeah, but go ahead.
I can't think. He was in Fight Club.
Ed Norton.
So it was Ed Norton and Tobey Maguire. Right. I don't know where he saw them. He looked like he was inside. I don't know if he he took a picture with. So he asked Tobey Maguire for a selfie, And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. He asked for Ed Norton's like, no, I'm not taking any selfies.
Yeah.
But like they were together and they weren't really doing anything.
Right.
So like that was kind of weird. Like that seemed dickish. And I heard Edward Norton's kind of an asshole. I read that they like there's a lot of people who won't work with him because he like tries to change the script. And he's really problematic. But anyway,
funny.
But like he wouldn't even just like. It's not like he was interrupting anything. I think like they were waiting to get into something.
Okay.
You know, it was him and Tobey Maguire. I guess I don't know, maybe they're friends. I don't know. But
Right.
he wouldn't do the selfie.
Yeah, see, that's that. That's
Kind of, that seems there's no reason. It's not like you were interrupting his meal or
Right.
stuff. You were, he's just like, excuse, and he was
listen,
nice. Excuse me,
Right, I get it.
big fan.
So
I hear
people
Ed
just-
Norton's an asshole.
Yeah,
from
well,
what I heard. So
See. What was yours?
kind of
Lou?
like Chevy Chase, man.
I'm trying to find the most. No, that's great.
no.
Yeah, Chevy
Well, you
Chase.
see-
There's a lot of people out there that are like that. Like they say, a lot of people. This is what I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's fact. That the ones who play the bad guys,
Yeah,
the parts that
Right.
are usually the nice people.
Oh.
Yeah, they're usually the people who
Yeah.
are very.
you know who's
They'll talk to you and whatever,
Yeah.
and to give you an autograph.
No,
Or,
you know,
like
you know
very.
who's one of the nicest kids? The one who plays King Joffrey.
Really?
Yeah, and from Game of Thrones. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the biggest
Yeah.
asshole on that
Yeah.
show. That was the one that everybody wanted to die.
Right.
Fucking Joffrey,
Yeah.
nicest kid in the world.
Yeah.
By the way, he's got the same name as his name's Jackie Gleason.
no way.
That's his
Is it?
name. That's his name.
That's hilarious,
Which really
bro.
screws you up. It's like
Yeah, it does because that's not reincarnated. Like, you're not that kind of funny kid.
yeah. No.
Right.
Well, I say, so as far as the ego and everything that you guys have said, I just think that there's a line. There should be.
Right.
And they said you out on the field, you're behind the camera or in front of the camera, acting and doing whatever. Yeah, I understand at that moment because that'll make you a better person, actor or athlete or whatever. That's that,
Yeah.
But when you turn around people, when you're in public, you got to expect that to be sometimes, Yes, there has to be, people have to understand, general public.
Right.
You can't, I'm sitting here
You got to be
eating dinner.
respectful.
Right.
These people, they
let
want to
me
have
eat.
private life. They want to sit down and have a
Right,
cup of coffee
exactly.
and not have somebody
Yeah,
just come walking over them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's got to be a fine balance, I guess, for them because you got to be,
Yeah.
if someone does overstep their boundaries, they should speak their mind and say something.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I think they should,
take a walk.
it sounds funny, but I think they should have whatever restaurant, they should be able to go sit somewhere separate away from the public. You know what I mean? This way they can actually have.
I actually got a funny story someone told me. So I was doing, I did a lot of activism in Manhattan. I was doing our outreach where, we just talk to people about veganism, try to get them to go vegan. And this lady, she's like, oh, I'm vegan. She's talking to me. She goes, you know what you should do? You should go to this coffee shop. It's right on the Upper East Side or Upper West Side. I forget what it is. And she's like, every Sunday, Alec Baldwin goes there with his wife and they get coffee at this place. If you go there, maybe you can talk to him about, doing, and maybe endorsing that. I was like, why would I bother this guy?
Exactly.
When he's drinking? Stalk the guy. Oh, I hear you. Someone told me you're here every Sunday. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Right.
That's crazy.
But now if you did go and he didn't pay you any attention, is that an ego issue?
No,
or
I'm
just
being
that?
the guy's trying to spend. If that's the day he spends every day Sunday getting coffee with his wife at that place, that's that's family time. I'm not
Right.
If he were to be like, give me like a hard time, I would be like, I deserve that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
absolutely.
No
Yeah.
doubt. Hell yeah.
absolutely.
So now
I saw Don King.
Oh, yeah?
in New York. Yeah, I was walking
He's
in
an
New York
ego
City.
fucking asshole from what I heard.
All I said Don King. He was like, yeah. He just
Yeah.
kept walking.
Well, see,
I just passed by him. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
You know
all I
what?
did.
That's great.
But see that's like not bothering
Don
the person.
King.
That's just
He's
like
like,
in passing. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. That's different.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now, ready?
Yeah.
When was the one time in your life, or a few times, that you were the jerk off?
Oh, I can remember that.
Well, no,
I
that
don't
was
wanna
for you
talk
like
about
5
it.
fucking minutes ago.
that would be the last time.
Yeah.
When I was younger. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
there's times when I was very egotistical.
I get-
Yeah, I was like that like last
I
week.
got put in my place a few times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
She came up to someone who was always
Yeah.
either bigger or stronger than you or whatever happened. It's part of growing up, man.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
what it
I don't
is.
give a shit. Like I said, I did it.
You know what I'm
last
saying?
week.
I mean,
I did
I
that
don't
shit last
dwell.
week.
Yeah, you remember. You're like, oh yeah, I guess I was a jerk off.
Yeah, no, I'm serious when I say to you, I did that shit last week. I'm like, yo, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Listen to what I'm saying. I was wrong, but it was fucking my fucking ego is bigger than yours.
Right. Okay.
I'll poke in your fucking eye.
All righty.
For
Violence.
me, I try my best to constantly work on it. So
Yeah,
so for me, it's been a long time since I've let my ego get in the way. But I can't think of anything recently. Probably maybe in the last decade, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah.
wow.
Like
that's good. Then you're a better person than me.
I work on it all the time, though.
You're
I'm
a better person.
Yeah, I
than
know.
me.
I really try to.
Yeah.
Maybe I was been egotistical and I didn't even recognize it because I was too egotistical. I don't know.
We probably all were at one
Yeah,
point
I
in our
know.
lives.
Oh, well, like I said,
But
I
I'm glad that
acknowledge
it usually happens when you're younger, I think that's part of the experience in being around people who are been around longer.
Mm-hmm.
Usually those are the people who put you in your place. The ones who correct you and tell you, no, that's wrong. But,
Yeah.
when we were growing up, it was different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So you kind of just went through the ranks, I
Right.
guess, at some
Well,
point.
I mean, like you said,
And then hopefully you learn along the way and you don't
Yeah.
stay that way.
right. Well,
And to be that kind of person. Or you grow and learn from it. Like, they say,
right.
you got to make the mistakes. You got to feel,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be pain regardless.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I
But
said,
learn something from it.
I think. Well,
that's-
now see, so
and
now
that's
for
not an
me-
easy thing.
Right. So now for me, so I always try to put people ahead of me, I guess, in a sense. I always try to look out and pay attention to people's feelings and talk to them accordingly and such, whatever, however you want to look at it, call it, whatever. But when somebody gets on my nerves,
Well,
then I turn around and I become that jerk off, that egotistical motherfucker. And I'm telling you all day how wrong
well,
you
what do you
are.
mean by it? Like, in what sense do you mean get on your nerves? So I can understand the definition because it may not apply. It may not imply in this,
All right. So,
apply.
all right. So I know that something is going to work this way. I know that, you put the key in the ignition, you turn it, and it's going to turn the car on and it's going to go. And somebody's like, no, you don't put the key in like that. I'm like, well, that's how you put the key in. Like, look. And they'll put the key in the way I'm doing it. And they're like, yeah, no, that's not what it is. That's not, you got to put it in. And they'll hold it with their thumb and their
The way they
middle
like to
finger.
hold it.
And I'm like, it's the same shit. And they're like, no. I'm like, you see? So then I turn around and then I'll do something to make what they did look wrong. You know what I mean?
Because that is ego.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely, all day,
Right.
every day.
So that then I know
And
that
twice
I
on
do that.
Thursday.
Oh, yeah, bro. Hell fucking yeah.
You know what
Okay,
the thing is?
and yes, absolutely, you would be in the right. Especially, listen, maybe in the beginning it didn't do that. Let's say, just say it was a long term thing that was going on, and eventually you got to the point you're like, I'm not even. I'm
Okay.
just. You know what I mean? That happens, right?
Right.
Happened to you, happened to me. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just part of. Then you got to learn from that and go, okay, like you just did. Like you were calm. You didn't let that person
Yeah.
get that person riled up because now they win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got to be the same. You know what I mean? Does that
Yeah.
make sense? And
No,
you
no,
just
it
learn
does.
from that
Yeah.
experience. Sometimes it's hard because you know it, and sometimes you can't do it because you're in a battle
Right. Yeah. Because like I said, for me, the next thing I was like, yeah, so hit this button right
With
here.
yourself,
This
I mean, of
this
course.
opens the trunk. Let me show you the trunk space.
Yeah.
Hey, honey,
Yeah.
why are there shovels and lime in the trunk?
Why, dear? What are you talking about? What are you going to say, Tom?
No, but so I have a question, though. I have a question. Is being arrogant ego or not?
Ooh. Ah.
I think there's definitely ego involved.
All the time, though? The thing is,
Uh,
I have to say, when it comes to arrogance, I mean, I feel
it could be worse sometimes than ego.
I feel if you're arrogant and you're right, you should be polite to people, but like I feel like at least you're right. It's the problem is when people are arrogant and they're wrong. That is like the most annoying thing.
That
They're
is.
like,
Okay.
That is.
and you know
okay.
what's funny? That's the shit. Like
So it's
kids
kind of
do.
what
My-
Kenny was just
you know,
talking
yeah,
about now.
yeah, yeah.
So that falls in the same genre
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So now, ready?
Right.
What if it's your spouse? So we're guys, we're men, we're sitting here,
right, yeah,
and there's some women that I hope, message us to let us know, what we're thinking. But
Right.
if I'm saying something because of my ego, even if the wife says something, and it could maybe be easier her way or whatever.
But I don't necessarily think it's. I guess ego is involved on his end too, right? Does that make sense? Because she's, or whoever it is that you're dealing with is not, like they just continue. They're like, and you're like, no, and then it's like a back and forth. So yeah, I would assume that we have ego in there too. But I think the mindset is different because you didn't come out with ego. You brought the ego was brought out of you. The ego was brought out of you because it was the kind of ego that was like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, it was the exorcism.
No, you're
ego.
wrong. And
I said no. I'm going. Yo, that's fucked up. Yeah, I know. That's going to be one of those, I said I was officially talking about, let's say, with your significant other.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that with you all the time. They know when you're saying something, you're doing something or whatever. Yeah. So that then me saying or whichever one, doesn't have to be, I'm just saying me because I'm using me. I don't want to put you guys in a jam. I know how to fight. So, and that then is that your ego getting in the way now or their ego, you know what I'm saying? That they're not letting you listen, Ouch. You all right over there? Your head over there. Knocking, don't get knocked out because I will laugh,
right.
bro.
Yeah, don't. So.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, bro? I said it's just,
exactly.
I don't know. I guess for me, I think we all need to have a little bit of ego. I'm sorry. We all do have ego. That's what we said before. So we all have a bit of ego because that's how we get through our days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we have to because if we didn't, we would just be walking in fucking circles, looking for somebody else to give us the answer. But what's next? But why?
I don't know. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Should I touch it? You touch it.
Yeah.
You touch it first. Yeah, you touch it.
I feel though, I guess egos can be good in a way, like, because, maybe, like you said, if you're in a group of people and no one wants to take lead on something, and it's just like no one takes lead on but if you have someone with an ego, they're gonna,
But that's not ego.
But not. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I don't think that's ego.
No, maybe it's not
because you're probably I'm thinking.
It doesn't. Yeah,
you make a decision like that. You're like, all right, you know what? I'll go. I'll just do it. I don't think you're doing it because you.
Right, not because
you're doing it more like, all right, you know what?
Right,
someone's got to do it, kind of thing. So
true. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a good way of looking at it.
If I don't do it, nobody's going to do it. It's
right.
Not,
so
not
that you're going to do it well or better than anybody else, right? Yeah. It's more of like, all right, let's just we'll get the ball rolling.
Right. Yeah, because we got to get this shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we just have to just be, again, and I've said this now pretty much almost every show, we just got to be nice to each other,
Yeah.
Deal with everybody's, be considerate of others, around you, period,
Dude,
and
not to cut you off, but what you just said, being about nice to each other, right? So when I'm driving all the time,
golden rule,
I always let people get in.
Right.
That's my thing. Like I'll flash them. Like I know if I could slow down, I'm not going to be a dick and this guy in. It's a truck or whatever it is. I just flash them. They go, and then they usually put the hazard lights on.
Thank you. Right.
That's that's my thing. That I look at it like and usually I get the wave back most of the time, which is cool. I mean, it's a good thing.
And so then that would knock down ego.
Right.
Then nobody should be, like I said,
I'm not better than you.
Yeah, I get it, and you're right.
In my mind, we're all equal.
Right. But there's still certain things that you're better at than I am. I acknowledge
a whole
that.
other subject.
But then, like I said, it's not that you're better at everything.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So then ego should not exist. I mean, and I don't want to say not exist, but you just have to check your ego.
I think ego does probably exist, or I should say it does, because it's not external. It's more internal with yourself. Think of it that way. You may not be expressing it to other people, and you're dealing with it, whatever the news was or whatever is going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ego, whatever, But you're an adult.
Right.
You're dealing with it, and you'll work it out. It's one of those things, but you don't have to advertise it to the world and, and do all, make a big deal about it.
So how often and or when do you let go of your ego to get something done?
Sometimes you do it, and when you don't. I mean, you have a wife, right? Sometimes we have to. I'm not saying we have to give in, but sometimes we have to meet halfway and go, okay, we'll figure it out, and we'll do such. You both have to put your egos aside, and that's the whole thing of being a team, right?
So when you're right, and you jump out, I was right. Is that ego?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
That's like no. That's a fuck
like
you.
boasting?
That's more like a fuck you.
You mean like boasting, right? Like
Yeah, boasting.
Yeah, boasting.
I told you. All right, fuck. All right, I won't do that anymore. Yeah, I won't do it. fine, honey.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
It's like
You may wanna.
It's like you're right, honey. Oh, what was that? What was that?
Yeah,
Can you
I
say
do
that
that.
one more time?
Tanya,
Oh,
I fucking do that
too,
shit
too.
all the
Yeah,
time.
but it's more joking when I do it.
No, I'm serious.
I do it all the time too.
yeah.
But I do it as because I'm kidding around when I do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's a
and
joke,
she'll be like,
I do
idiot.
that too.
Yeah.
I did more in joke.
Yeah, no, I do that. I'm like, I'm gonna start recording this shit, like, because
She's funny.
yeah, no, I'm talking about for me. Like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, what? I got into an argument because I did that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, honey. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was right.
Now you gotta keep that to yourself. So yes, I would think in that instance, ego would be involved in that as well.
Well, that's all day ego, man.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the right word for it. I'd love doing that shit.
I know you do.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love it.
Oh, I know you do, man.
Yeah. I especially love that shit like at work. I'm like, yeah, see, I fucking told you, you moron.
Right.
You fucking
That'd be
jerk.
sharp as a bowling ball.
Oh, dude, listen, man. There's a few of them, bro. Like, I tell people, it's like, hey, did you know?
Right.
Like, they're doing some dumb shit. Like, did you know? They're like, know what? If brains were a weapon, you'd be one unarmed motherfucker. Yo, they're like, they don't understand what the fuck is going on. Like,
What did he just say to me?
Yeah. What does that mean? What are you
Just
saying?
explain
Yeah.
Explain.
I have to explain it.
Cannot compute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking I love it.
Error.
Remember that one Star Trek when they had the robot and they had to put it on the transporter because it was going to blow up?
Yeah. See, listen, there's some people I just want to put on the transport and let them blow the fuck up too. I'm just saying, man.
Like,
Yeah, it's fucking
because
great.
they were messing with it, man, and they just got it all right.
It's fucking sweet. It's fucking sweet.
And shit started burning out.
That's fucking hilarious.
Get it off the ship now.
And that's what happens to some people in their minds, bro.
Right.
Like I said,
People
their
snap
egos get
out.
in the fucking. When like I said, you can only tell people, and I should listen to my own advice, I guess. But you can only tell people, but so
You should all
much.
do that.
Yeah, you can only tell but so many people, or tell any one person so many times that they were wrong or that you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before they snap out and put you in the fucking trunk and take you
Right.
somewhere. You know,
It's not good.
yeah. And like I said, I have to check myself. I do that every once in a while, but it's because I'm so fucking fed up. With whatever it was that they were saying that they're
Right.
doing, that I'm like, you know what? Enough of this shit. If you're not gonna start listening, I'm just gonna be the fucking jerk off. And
I've been where you are. We both,
Mm-hmm.
right? We know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, like I can see Tom just straight open hand smack somebody in the fucking mouth. I said no.
Oh my God.
If people saw that, they'd be like, "What the fuck is
Yeah,
going
oh,
on?"
yeah.
Assault.
That's so out of
You would be
character for
arrested
me.
immediately.
Yeah, definitely, bro. That would be fucking fantastic. Fantastic. Open hand smack somebody right in the fucking mouth. Bow. I said no. It was the exorcism.
Yeah.
I said no. That'd be great. Your ego is broken now. Yeah, I see it. Your
Mother sucks cocks. In
Yeah,
hell.
yeah, yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He got carried away with that one.
The demon was coming out of him.
Jeez, yo.
Holy
That's
crap.
that's a direct.
I'm
quote
sorry,
from Jesus.
everybody.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You're scaring me.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get the holy water and squirt this motherfucker right here.
Put it in the gun.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
We do not know on Kitty.
Yeah. That is hilarious, man. But yeah, like I said, it's just we all have to, like we said, we all have egos. We all laugh and joke and make fun of each other. Well, not all of us, but older people, we make fun of each other, we laugh, and it's not an ego thing. But we have to know when to stop.
Right.
We have to be aware. We have to.
story.
That's where the ego gets comes into play because we don't stop, and now we're feeling superior
Right.
to whomever and the stuff around us. That's how I feel, anyways. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I said, for me, I got to check my ego every day at the door.
Right.
Because
Yeah, we all do. I mean, that's the whole point of being an adult, I guess, in some sense.
No, I mean, like I said, I know,
That's how you get along with people.
Yeah, well, right, and in a lot of places, I feel sometimes that I'm talking to fucking dumbasses. You know what I'm saying? And I just get tired of having to water it down.
You guys
but
are both.
They said that's me. You know, and I said, but I know I do. I get ahead of myself sometimes, and I'm like, so I'm admitting it. Hi, my name is Kenny. This is Egos Anonymous.
It's my first day.
Yeah, it's my first day. Hi, Kenny. You know, like, you know, I know I have to check myself.
We got a coin to give you.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's
Thank
the
you.
important thing.
Yeah.
That you know that. Right?
Yeah, I
So
know
that
it.
makes it that you're already thinking about it. It's on your mind. You want to make an adjustment. Already.
Right.
Like,
And
all right,
I'm
I
not-
need to.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm not conceited. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
You
a
know?
whole totally
Right,
different
but I'm
thing.
just saying, like, it's not conceited.
Right,
Like, I
but there
officially
could be
know
ego
that it's
involved in
my
that too.
Ego. Well, yeah, but like I said, I know, like, I'm letting my ego get in the way because I don't want to hear from you right now. Like, just shut the fuck up, sit over there until I'm done because I don't want to hear you right now. Like, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
There you
Like,
go.
that's not where I'm at, but that's where I get. And you know, depending on the person, I'm just a
Freudian
lot shorter.
slip.
What? What'd I say?
You said the one thing first, but then you corrected yourself.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. That was a slip, dude. Yeah. So you know, it's just.
Bro, I do it all the time.
Yeah, he said I have to. I have to. You know, and I don't know. I guess me knowing this, and I guess saying it out loud now.
It was a good thing.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing. You know, I
you.
can say it for me. Yeah, because now I got to go home and apologize.
No, but at the same time, you're like, the hardest thing to realize is that, right, that it actually helps us when we get to that point. If we can get to that point,
Right.
and we accept it and we say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Put it to bed, and then you just move on.
Right.
Sometimes, again, like we said, it's not that easy sometimes.
Yeah,
You know,
no, definitely
sometimes
isn't.
it's a little bit longer, a little harder.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully you get there.
Yeah.
You figure it out.
Yeah. No, listen. It's the first step to an ego.
Sobriety. Sobriety.
Sobriety, yeah, the ego sobriety. That was good shit. That was good.
Nice.
That was good. Yeah, man.
All right.
That was freaking funny. But yeah, so like I said again, you know, just be nice to one another. Everybody chill. Try to just, you know, take a deep breath. Think about that person, where they're coming from, why they're saying that stuff. See the dogs hearing that shit. They're like,
getting
fuck.
Hurry up.
The dog's like, bullshit. Fuck you. Yeah, but yes. So, thank you, gentlemen. Pretty funny. Well, I bugged
Yeah.
out with the show. I had a good one.
Yeah, it
That
was good.
Cool. You know, it was one of them things like, egos. Yeah. We'll blow up a fucking couple of egos. Let people know their fucking machine
Right.
is. We can't use their names, you know.
Right.
Names have been changed to protect the innocent. Yeah.
Faces have been blurred.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but yeah, thank you guys. Another, you know, pretty cool show. It was a little bit, you know, it was funny, and said hopefully we got people thinking this guy.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us this evening. We're on. I'll say it again, Lou, without giving me
We're
the
on
fucking evil eye.
all places
Yeah.
to watch podcasts.
What? No, listen, podcast.
Yeah, we don't
See,
watch it.
dude. Yeah, no. See, so like, follow, message us, all that other good stuff. So
Like,
again,
share, subscribe.
like, share,
Yes. All
subscribe.
of that.
Yeah,
We're on all of that.
all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
So-
we are anyway.
Thank you very much. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, he beat you to it. He fucked you up.
Go
I knew
vegan.
it. I knew he was going to do that too. I saw it coming. That was his ego. See?
So you got me the last time. Now
Yeah.
you got me. All right. That's cool. But at least I got you guys to say it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
true.
That's true. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Holla. Thank you, everybody, for listening. You have yourself a great week.